I think we're live finally. How's it going, everybody? As usual, I'm still getting organized here. Got the sun kind of shining in, so there's some weird light, but the sun's going right through the window here. Hope everybody had a good weekend, is having a good weekend. Mine was okay. Could have been better, but we won't go there. Tell Happy Productions, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday night. We're just getting rolling here. Hopefully we get a decent crowd tonight. It's hotter than hell here today and yesterday and the day before. But no complaining because summer's finally here, so pretty happy, and it hasn't rained in like 4 or 5 days, so that's nice. Got the car clean and drove around a little bit. Got a couple videos made. Hopefully you guys had a decent weekend. I still have not made it to a single car show this summer, which is kind of weird. Usually I've been to a few by now, but nothing yet. All right, you think you found your Hellcat? Cool. What's up, man? Where at, and tell us about it. I'm always excited to hear about other people's cars, especially when they're car shopping. That's always kind of interesting, and when they're kind of looking, that's a good time looking. Except after a while, I think it gets a little bit frustrating, but when you first start looking, especially, it's kind of exciting. Oh, we got 3 people. Now we're rocking. That light is, there's sun coming through the blinds right into my face here. $16, it's in Georgia, so you'd be buying it sight unseen. That's pretty common nowadays, though. So at least with all the, you can get lots of pictures and even video and good descriptions and all that stuff. So buying stuff sight unseen is not a huge thing anymore, like it would have been a few years ago. I bought a few things sight unseen. I had my Harley Davidson that I bought. It was in Pennsylvania, and I bought it sight unseen, except for pictures and video and stuff, and then had it shipped to me. So luckily, it was in even better shape than what I expected. So I was pretty happy about that. So don't be afraid of that. It looked even better in real life, and it ran great, and everything was perfect. So yeah, I know it can make you nervous, but really seeing stuff doesn't help that much either, because there could still be stuff wrong that, even when you check something out in person, there's still things that can either be wrong or go wrong right away. And it's not, sometimes when something goes wrong, it's not even really anybody's fault. It's just, bad luck. But I wouldn't be too worried as long as they give you lots of pictures. And if they say everything's perfect, that's usually a red flag. If they don't say there's any problem whatsoever, like there's a scratch here or something, or that, or whatever, little tiny things, if they mention those, that's usually a good sign. I always like when I sell stuff that way too, which I do quite often. I always like to make sure I point out the flaws and take pictures of any flaw that there might be, so that people don't feel, disappointed when they actually come or when the item shows up. So cool, nice, Tailhappy. So it's everything you want. So if you're ordering one, that's what you get. That's hard to do. That's really hard to, find something that is exactly what you would want if you were ordering it. And that's why we ordered a car, because it was just trying to find what we wanted was pretty damn hard. Hey, Becky Ware is here. What's going on, Becky? Good to see you. Happy Sunday night. Becky, looks like Tail Happy found his may have found his Hellcat that he's looking for. So yeah, when you find exactly what you're looking for and it's already exists, and you don't have to have it built for you. That's pretty exciting. Too Hard Target, what's up? Too Hard. I don't know. I don't know whether it's true or not. GM's. I was gonna make a video and I didn't, but GM's official statements and stuff seemed a little weird. Like they didn't deny it. It's bad news though. I mean, no matter how much we love our Challengers and stuff like that, or Chargers or Mustangs or whatever you're into, you don't want the Camaro to go away because that's a bad sign for the whole car scene. Kind of, like cars are going away. Everything's going to SUVs and trucks. So the Camaro going away would be a little bit scary. I mean, it went away before and came back, but so in some of the like Facebook Challenger Mopar pages and stuff like that, people are all laughing and celebrating that it might be going away. I think they're a little short-sighted because I think that'd be really, really bad news. If the Camaro were gone, that's a bad thing. That's a bad sign for Challengers, Chargers, Mustangs, and everything else. So I hope it does not happen, and that's a long ways away still. So a lot can happen between now and then. Who knows? Yeah, Becky, I can't wait to see the pictures either if he gets it, and better share them, and we can make put them in one of the videos too. So that'd be cool. I haven't done one of those videos in quite a while. I really need to do that. I haven't been pushing for a lot of pictures lately in my videos, so I haven't been getting very many, but well, it's a little slow in here tonight. Usually you got a better crowd by now, so it's okay. Too Hard Target says, hopefully everything falls into place this in August so that you can upgrade from your V6 to Plum Crazy Scat Pack. Cool. A Plum Crazy Scat Pack would be awesome. I love that color. It's a great color. I guess they're getting rid of that color for 2020, apparently, from what I understand. I forget what the new one's called. It looks a little bit like that black eye color, but they call it something different, and I think it looks a little different to me. But damn it, I feel like I need to cough a whole bunch of times. Hopefully that's it. I don't know. Yeah, the Plum Crazy Decay, it went away for a while a couple of years ago, and then it was back. And same with the B5 Blue. It comes and goes. That way, when they reintroduce it, it's all exciting again, and everybody thinks it's like new. They're pretty good at marketing. They know what they're doing. So, and they got a couple cool colors. They got a new blue coming out, and that new purple. And what was the other one? There's one more. I forget what the color was now. Oh, it's kind of a cinnamon color or something, which it didn't appeal to me very much, I don't think. But I only saw one picture, so. Okay, Too Happy. Yeah, I think the best thing about starting a channel is just to do it. Just go for it. Start the channel. Don't be afraid to put out videos. Don't wait till everything's perfect, because I think that's the biggest mistake people make is they're like, well, I don't want to put out any videos until I got it all together. Just start putting out videos. Just do it. You'll get better each time. Chad Campster, hello, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in, Chad. But anybody who's thinking about starting a channel, and I'm certainly no expert. I'm a tiny channel, but just make videos. It doesn't have to be all super edited and fancy and rival Star Wars movies. Just put out some videos. If people like your car or you or just whatever, they think you're funny or they like the stuff that you have or whatever, they're going to watch it, whether it's super high quality or not. Just put it out. some of the biggest YouTubers out there use like just a GoPro and that's it, you know, and very little editing. So it's more about the person and the person, the cars, the whatever the channel may be about, than it is about. And a lot of people have these big fancy intros and all this exciting stuff and all this cool editing and effects and stuff, but that really doesn't. You don't watch a show or a channel because of that. You watch because of the person, because of the car that they have and the content that they have. You really don't care how fancy it is. I think people do that more for themselves. They like doing the editing. They like doing all the stuff. They like doing that, you know, more for themselves than they do actually, more than the viewers really care about it. So do some major burnouts. Tires are expensive. What's up, Brian? How's it going, Brian? Got Chad here, Brian here, Tell Happy, Becky, Too Hard Target, a couple other people in here. Every burnout costs a few dollars, not only in tires, but in gasoline and possibly a ticket, depending on where you do it. But everybody likes a good burnout video, though. That's for sure. It's always fun. I think that new wide body Charger looks really, really cool. When they first started talking about doing one way back, I kind of was trying to picture it more. I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, it looks great. Looks very, very cool. So, hey, Boise City, what is going on? Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, man. What's up? Been busy, yeah. Well, being busy is good. I always say that's always good. So, good to see you, Boise. It's been, yeah, it has back camera. It's been quite a while, yeah. Brian says your channel grows fast as family. Yeah, some people start a channel and it just explodes. So, and some people have one for a long time and it doesn't do a whole lot. Some people have one for a long time, it doesn't do a whole lot, and then one day it gets big. And you know, hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for, because I've had this for quite a while and I'm still not where anywhere near where I want to be. I'm still loving it though. I enjoy doing this, so it doesn't really matter. But I would sure like to be bigger. Obviously, who wouldn't? But Boise says the last few weeks he's been working like a slave, and then the company, oh, they cut your hours. Oh, cool. You got positive note. You got the job for CNA that you're talking about. You got it. Cool. It's always good to be super busy. I mean, to a point. If it gets to a point where you have no free time, then obviously that can get to you after a while. But also being bored and slow can get to you as well. So always look at the bright side, you know. Yeah, congratulations, Boise City. That's cool, man. Hey, Fat Boy R6 is in the house. What's up, man? How's it going? Yeah, I love that stuff. I'm gonna buy some now. You know, they gave me that stuff for free, so I do a review on it. But man, it's good stuff. So I am going to order some more. I was looking at their website today. You can get like a pack of 3 of them with some comes with a bunch of microfiber towels as well. So that would be cool. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. It's stuff goes on so easy and comes back off, and man, it just looks great. It really, it's a great product. So, boys, he's just waiting for the paperwork to go through for background check, and then you go back in for a second orientation, watch a video, and then on the 22nd you'll start taking classes for the job. Cool, awesome, man. That's good news. I love hearing good news. That's great news, man. Buy 5 and get a free paint. Oh, maybe I'll have to look into that. AZ Independent, what's up, man? AZ Independent agrees. That's right. We don't want the Camaro to go away because having all three is good, healthy for the muscle car segment. Even though you're a Mopar, yeah, I am a Mopar. I'm not really a Mopar guy, but I love my Challenger, and that's my thing. And I really don't care for the Camaros that much. I love Mustangs too, but I like older Camaros. Just the current ones just don't do it for me. But man, I don't want to see it go away. Competition is good for everybody, and just the simple fact that a car like that might go away, it could be bad news for the other. It could be bad news for the Mustang and the Challenger and stuff too. So Chargers as well. We all should be happy the other ones exist because Mustangs, Camaros, and Challenger, they all kind of push each other. It's like having three really good football players. They all push each other to be better. So. Boise says once everything settles down and you're in a certain job and is fully cemented, you'll be buying a new car. Cool. It will not be a Mopar. Something a little more reliable. Kia Optima, yeah, probably. It just depends on what you need. So. I've been driving a little car at work that they have, a little Ford Fiesta. I'm very impressed with that little car. It's pretty cool little car, actually. So not bad at all. Much nicer and a little better, much better car than I expected it to be. It's a really cool little car, actually. So. Tail Happy says, "Come on, dude, Kia." Too Hard Talker says, "When do you think the next redesign will be? If it's still going to happen, man, I don't know. I think I keep saying this. We talk about this a lot. That they got such a good thing going. I don't know if they're really eager to redesign it right now. Make a mistake on that and ruin the sales. Car's doing really well right now, so we'll see. I think they maybe do a little minor facelift like they did in 2015 or something like that. Just a little bit of an update, just to change it a little bit to keep it interesting. But we'll see. I don't think we should predict things from FCA because they always do crazy stuff. So who knows what the heck they're going to do. Fatboy R6 says, "You should have been down here last night. Some guy pulled up to me in a V6 Challenger and revved the crap out of his motor, taunting me to race him. This one on fire too good." Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's like, "I'm not racing you, dude. I'm not going to." And they just keep going. "Oh, you did. You finally taught him a lesson." Cool. Yeah, after a while, it's like, all right, fine. Boise City says, "Tail Happy, sorry, dude, but the Kia is got a good warranty on it, and they're reliable. Who knows? Maybe in a few years you get another Mopar." Hey, Straight Six fan, greetings from Southern New Mexico tonight. Hey, what's going on down there in Southern New Mexico? At Bar 6, you had to buy 3 car lengths at least. Yeah, that would be about right. Cool. I don't get too many actual. Well, I mean, we live in a small town here, so I don't get a lot of actual real challenges. I get a lot of talking challenges, but I never see them on the road anywhere. They're always talking to me at work where they're gonna beat my new car, which is fine. If they beat me, I don't care. But yeah, they like to talk a lot, but they never show up anywhere. So I don't know. Straight Six Fan says, "In Friday night in Oklahoma City, you almost whole shot at a green turn signal because you weren't paying attention, thinking it was the straight." Oh God, oh man, Silverado thought you won the race. Yeah, yeah, that happens if you do. Sometimes I've had a similar thing happen to me once. I was in Omaha just within like a week or two after buying the Challenger, and it was tiny bit damp out and cold, and I was at a light on a hill, and I just wasn't, another car got like right up on my butt, just right behind me at the light, and I had a BMW next to me in the right lane, and when I took off from the light, I was a little paranoid about rolling backwards, even though the car really won't roll backwards. But anyway, I took off a little too fast, and I squealed the tires just a tiny bit. And then the guy next to me thought in the BMW thought I wanted to race, so he started, he got up next to me and then just shot past me like a rocket because I wasn't racing. I had my girlfriend in the car, her son and her mother was in the back seat, so we weren't racing anybody. We had gone to the zoo, so. Yeah, those Kias do have good warranties. Yeah, any car that's going to give you that good of a warranty, I mean, even if stuff goes wrong, you're going to be in good shape. So, straight six, yeah, you want to see what they would do, but you want to risk. Yeah, you don't want to risk a ticket on vacation. That would ruin it. My phone's going off like crazy down here. Oh, it's just some notifications for other people's live streams. But we don't want to go there. We'll stay here. I might catch some other people's after a while here. Sometimes if I get off a little early, I can catch some other people's and jump in there. Boise City says you got to step out for a few and get some gas in your car. So, okay, man, be careful. Come back if you can, dude. Hey, Steve Fitzpatrick. Hello, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. Appreciate that a lot. Telepi says she drives a Soul right now. So obviously when we go anywhere, you drive a Scat Pack. And my girlfriend drives a Prius, so I drive it sometimes too. So those Cooper tires I put on the car so far have been great. So I can't say much about their longevity because I haven't had them long enough, but they look good. They grip much, much better than the old ones. So I'm pretty happy with them. We'll see in the long run, I should write down. I forgot to write down the mileage when I got them, and it was about 600 or 700 miles ago. So I should probably keep track of that so I can see. And that depends on me too, of course, because how I drive is going to make a big difference too, and they can't be rotated. So I mean, side to side, but not a staggered set. So we'll see how long they last. I should start setting aside money now for the next set of tires, whatever they may be. It may be the same ones again if these work out good. I haven't. Whenever people talk about tires, nobody ever talks about these tires that I have. So I'm like the only person that has them on a Challenger that I know of. Straight Six Fan, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Everybody's doing the Turos and, well, depending how much you want to spend, of course. Extreme Contact Continentals and all those tires are doing, and there's a bunch of them out now that people are doing. All different price ranges, but Easy Independent says, yes, competition is good. When Chrysler released the Hellcat in 2014, it changed everything. Yes, it did. And ignited the muscle car. Yeah, it did. And when they first announced it and it came out, it was almost stunning, 707 horsepower. And it was like, what? It was almost like you had to check it. Is that real? Are they really going to do, is this really happening? It was pretty cool. Still is. I mean, and it got everybody else's attention and the other companies. They were like, uh-oh. So then it's really made for a pretty good time. So we're in like the Muscle Car Wars Part 2 here. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, muscle car or Wars 2.0, like you said. Yeah. Very cool though. And yeah, the more competition, the better. There was a lot of lean years there back in the mid 70s through the up until I don't know. I guess there's a lot of there were a few cool cars in there, mixed in here and there, but for the most part, even the fast cars and the cool cars, sports cars for that era, mid 70s through mid 90s ish or whatever, were pretty not real impressive cars. But that's not not all of them. There are exceptions to that, but we've only got 8 people in here tonight. Wow. Usually we do a little bit better. I had a when did I come in the other night, guys? Was that Wednesday or Thursday? I don't remember. We had a decent crowd that night, and I didn't even announce it. I just sort of showed up like 5 minutes after announcing it. So Boise City is back. Welcome back, man. Yeah, I tell happy. Hope they don't all go away and electric and all the other weird rumors. And I just can't imagine that, but we'll see. I could see them having options for that or whatever. But Danny Curl. Well, the Demon was never. It was a 1 year, 3,000 American cars and 300 for Canada. That was always the plan. So they didn't kill it off. That was the plan all along. They weren't going to make the Demon every year. They just were making it for 1 year, a 1 year only car. Limited production of 3,300 cars. So I've seen a couple of articles lately that are like, oh, they killed off the Demon or whatever. Those articles are very misleading because they didn't kill it off. It was never meant to stay in production. So one of the worst things you can do in this, at least in this country for sure, is to read headlines in press and believe them because they like to skew stories for what they make it sound like something's true when it's just the way they headline things, the way they write things. It's really weird. So yeah, the Demon was never meant to be anything but 1 year limited production. Like I said, 3,000. I think it was 3,000 cars in the U.S. and 300 in Canada, and that was it. That's what they said from the beginning, and that's what they did. So they came out with the Hellcat Red Eye shortly after they quit making the Demon to kind of have another really fast, high-powered, cool car like that, but not quite the same. Do you think they'll bring Steve Fitzpatrick's asks? Do you think they'll bring back the Trans Am? I don't know. I mean, Pontiac's gone, so I don't know what they would do. Chevy Trans Am or I don't know. I mean, I guess since they get supposedly maybe getting rid of the Camaro, then I don't see why there'd be much of a plan to bring the Trans Am into production somehow when they're going to get rid of the Camaro. It would be the same car anyways. So EPA is starting to kill V8 muscle cars. Some of that may get delayed though, so we'll see. With the current people running the government currently, they may hopefully ease up on some of those rules and some of those deadlines for emissions and all these other crazy things. Heard it was going to be the Buick Trans Am. Maybe if they keep the Camaro around and the next generation Camaro after 2023, because isn't the Camaro built on the same platform as like the CT what is it, CTS, the Cadillacs, some of the Cadillacs, which are gone now or going away or gone, I can't remember. So if there's another platform and they use the Camaro for it, and they come out with a new Camaro, they maybe then I can't see them doing a Trans Am under the current conditions. I don't know about you, who knows? So maybe. I don't think it would sell. I mean, I just don't. people who are into Trans Ams are into the Pontiac Trans Am, and then nothing else is going to. They're just gonna, they're not gonna like it because it's not a Pontiac Trans Am. So I don't know. I don't think it would be the best of ideas. It'd be really cool. I'd like to see it, but from a business standpoint, I don't see that would be really a great idea for GM to do. But I'm certainly no expert on that. They know a lot more than I do. So I'd love to see it though. Yeah, there are some companies like Tail Happy says. There are some companies that build, you know, they take the Camaro and turn it into a Trans Am. Some of those are pretty cool too. I know Burt Reynolds, before he passed away, was affiliated with one of the companies in some small way. He was kind of the spokesperson or whatever. So, and kits too. Yeah, I've seen they probably kits and. Boise City says the Kia Soul. Yuck, no thanks. It's one of the few vehicles Kia sells that you would not buy. What's up, Scat Pack? Good name. My exhaust is fully stock except for the stuff I did to it. How's that, friends? Pretty much, but not. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we got 11 people now. Cool. We're getting there now. We've been getting a consistent like 16 to 18 for the last few, so let's get up there, guys. Come on. It's too nice of weather to be sitting in the house, probably on your computer, so on your phone or whatever. So I know views go way down. If you knew you guys had channels, you probably noticed it. You can do more videos in the summer because it's easier for the weather wise and for car stuff, but the views kind of go down. So when it's wintertime and most of the country's cold, people are inside watching videos a lot more than they are in the summertime. So whenever summer comes, views always drop a little, and then they go back up when the weather gets cooler. It's kind of a catch-22. Yeah, Scat Pack, the Camaro, we were just talking about that rumor or whatever, that story that came out. They may or may not cancel it. But yeah, Camaro sales have been dropping pretty. The last little redesign they did not go over well. So I know they're going to fix that a little bit here, I think, next year. But yeah, it didn't do very well. So it's a very boring looking car, in my opinion. So, but that doesn't mean they're for sure going away. We'll see. There's always, the stories always come out and everybody gets all worked up about stuff, and then it doesn't happen, or it does happen, or whatever. So we will see what happens. I'm going to move this just a little bit. There we go. I hope not. I'd hate to see it go away. We were talking about that earlier. With it's actually probably been one of the main topics we've talked about tonight. So it's been a big thing over the last few days, week or so. Everybody's been talking about that online and videos and Facebook, Instagram, everywhere else. So let's hope not. No matter how much of a Mopar fan you are, you don't want the other competition to go away. That would be bad for everybody. So. Danny says yours is an 8 speed. You're an 8 speed, and you wish you waited for the 10 speed auto on the 19. That 10 speed auto is pretty cool. From everything I've heard and videos and all the stuff I've seen and everybody talking about it, it's pretty awesome. Definitely very cool. So they're doing some amazing stuff. All the companies are really doing some amazing stuff right now. It is getting a little bit warm in this room. Damn. Did Becky disappear on us? She hasn't said anything in a while. Trying to think what other news I've seen in the last couple of few days as far as these cars and stuff go. I saw something earlier and I can't remember what it was now. Becky's just listening. Yeah, the wide body Charger came out. Well, I saw an article today that somebody was very disappointed in their Challenger 1320. I think the paint is. I think it's 2019. The paint's already got some issues or something. So that's kind of strange. I didn't read the whole article or watch the video or whatever. I don't know if it was a video or an article. I can't remember now. I just read the headline and there was like a picture of the paint and it didn't look like it was. Apparently, they had some sort of paint issues. So what else did I see? I've seen a few little things here and there this last week. Yeah, you saw that too, Talip. Yeah, I wish I would have read the article or watched the video or whatever the hell it was now. I don't remember. Steve Fitzpatrick still has a 79 Trans Am from high school. That's awesome. You guys watched, what's his name? I wish I hadn't brought it up now because I can't remember his name. He's trying to restore his Trans Am. Oh, what's his name? He's been in here before. He's been in the live stream with us before a few times. I am drawing a blank on his name. He used to be part of the YouTube pack and Gregory Salvatore's whole gang there and all that stuff. I'm trying to remember what his name is now. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, he's been working on his Trans Am, makes videos and stuff. It's like I think his is a 79. Clear coat around the wheel wells bubbling. Oh man, ugh, that's just wrong, man. It shouldn't be happening already. The hell is his name? He won one of my contests that I did on the channel once. I did a $50 cash contest and he was the winner. Still draw a blank on his damn name. I go in his room too. I've been in his live stream. He's probably doing one as we speak, as a matter of fact. Damn, I can't remember his name. My uncle had a 79 Trans Am. It was white and gold, white with gold, the gold rims and the golden brownish like bird on the hood and tan interior, 6.6 liter. It was a pretty cool car back in the day. I loved that car when I was a kid. Yeah, Becky, I used it on everything. It pretty much says in the bottle you can use it on just about everything, glass and everything. So I used it on everything, and it turned out, the black stripe turned out real nice. So I was very happy with the product, and I mean, it's really, really cool stuff. So I was not expecting to like it that much. Yeah, I did it on the stripe. You can do it on plastic, glass. I do it on the windows and everything. So Chad says the golden brown screaming chicken. Yep. Oh, Danny Curlo says someone's doing it's Fuzzy Dice Productions. That's not the one I'm thinking of, but I've heard of that too. There's a Trans Am for sale on eBay. Cool. So I've done two. He has a 78 Trans Am. I've done two videos about the Shine Armor. One because they contacted me, asked me if they sent me some for free, would I do a review on my channel? So I agreed to do that, and I really liked it. But I just did it like on the very back of the car, just for a short video. Did it on the back of the car. Loved it. Thought it was great. Put it away. I used it last week on my girlfriend's Prius. I thought this stuff's really pretty cool, even better than I thought. So then I decided to do it on the Challenger today. I didn't really make a video while I was doing it, but I made a video afterwards showing what a great job it did and everything. And it really is amazing stuff. And today's video had nothing to do with them. They didn't ask me to make that video or anything like that. So they didn't give me any more product. I'm going to buy some. So I just really, really impressed by this stuff. So they gave me one free bottle, I guess probably, I don't know, a month ago maybe. And then it took me about a week or so to get the video out. But yeah, I think I'm going to order some because it's the best detailing cleaning product I've ever used. So it's like a waterless wash. You don't really, if the car is like muddy, you don't want to try to do it with that. But if the car is just relatively normal cleanness, and then you just use it as a waterless wash, and it waxes and washes, shines. It's also got ceramic in it and everything else. So pretty cool stuff. The best thing is it goes right on and it comes right back off. You don't have to stare and buff the crap out of it for an hour. It just comes right off. So, and it just looks great when you're done. So, good stuff. We're down to 9 people now. We got the 9 coolest people in here, so that's oh, now we got 10. Haven't seen too many cars in town lately. I don't think. I can't think of anything. Usually on the weekends we had a lot of people come through. There's a real popular lake down the road a ways here that a lot of people go to, and usually on the weekends there's a few cool cars in town, but I haven't seen anything. So since the last time I talked to you guys, I don't think I've seen anything notable. And like I said, I haven't been to any car shows, which I should go. There's been several, and I just haven't gone to any of them. I don't get off work till noon on Saturday, so kind of by the time I get out of there at noon, and then I have to drive, an hour or hour and a half or whatever it may be to get to one of these car shows. It's not real motivating at that point. I used to like to get up early in the morning and hit them and get home and make video and whatever. But yeah, Danny, I'm sure the GT500 would probably be listed for 75 or whatever ish or whatever, but dealers are going to want way more than that at first. So if people wait a year or two to get one and get it in, some will sell it at MSRP. There's always dealers who do it at MSRP, and there's other dealers who want to try to get as much out of it as they can. But yeah, the GT500 looks awesome, and it's going to be obviously going to be a really, really cool car. I love that car. So I love the GT350 too. So the 350 is nice. So am I going to get another bike? Probably not. I got rid of that one because I really wasn't using it, and I had this weird. I've been riding Harleys and stuff for a long time, and I think I've had 12 or 13 or 14. I can't even remember. I had to count them all. A few of them I only had for a very short time, so I was just fixing them up to sell them. But I started having these weird dreams and visions of having a horrible accident. That's one of the reasons I got rid of it. So and I was just getting way too into the Challenger and the whole car thing, and the bike was sitting in the garage collecting dust. So somebody ought to be riding that thing. It's a beautiful bike, so someone is now. So happy about that. Young kid, which made it even cooler. So Yeah, Becky, when that's what, every time I'd get on it, I start having this weird, like, anxiety sort of thing. And if you start picturing things like that, you can bring it on yourself. I truly believe that. So I believe you get what you dwell on, whether it's good or bad. And so Steve has had two bad accidents. I never had really any kind of accident whatsoever. I had a couple in the garage, screwing around with the bike, but um, only a couple minor things. One time I was actually selling a bike and I had the battery charger on it. The battery's under the seat, and I the seat was sitting on top of where it was being charged, and I jumped on it to move it around to the front of the house because the guys were coming to look at it, and I wanted to get it outside, out in front of the house, where they could get a better look. And I went to start the bike and realized that I had the battery charger still on it, and I also had the kickstand up at that point. I was like, "Oh crap!" I jumped off real quick to unhook the battery charger, not remembering that I put the kickstand up, and the bike fell on my leg, and I had to pick it back up. And boy, did my leg hurt! Didn't The bike didn't go all the way down? It was resting against my knee, and it really hurt bad. I thought had something broken. I got on it, rode to the front. The guys looked at it, they bought it, they drove off. I didn't say a word about how bad my leg was hurting until once they were gone, I went in the house and was like, "Oh my god!" Had a huge bruise all up and down my leg. But that's really the only kind of accidents I ever had. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy drivers. I did have some people pull out in front of me just one of the last few times I rode it, but it wasn't that close, but it was close enough to be like, "Oh shit!" All right, whoops, I said a bad word. Yeah, there's a ton of idiot drivers, and for some reason, motorcycles are invisible. It seems like, Another time I was at my old house, and I had a real steep driveway going up to an alley, and I had been working on the bike, and I don't even want to admit this, but I had loosened the handle. I had like 10-inch ape hangers on it, and I had loosened them. I had loosened the clamps on the handlebars because I think I was redoing the cables or something. I don't even remember, but when I kind of got interrupted, and I had left it loose, but they were still standing up, but they were loose. They were just like floppy, and I forget why I had to move the bike, and I jumped on it, started it, went up the driveway, and forgot that the handlebars were loose. When I got to the top of the driveway, I fell forward, and I didn't crash, didn't go all the way down, but once again, I was hurt here and here, and my leg got hurt a little bit, and it was one of those moments where I shut the bike off, and my first reaction was to look around the neighborhood to see how many people saw that embarrassing moment. It's one of those moments. Lucky something worse didn't happen, though. I'm glad I didn't get any farther than I did. Because that's why he stopped watching Final Destination. Chad says Lithia Dodge in Spokane, Washington has a red demon on the floor. Cool. Oh man. I wonder what they do want for. What are demons going for now? Used? I don't even know. I'll have to look that up later. See, I keep forgetting to bring my paper in here to write stuff down. Steve said you had a broken leg and a collarbone. I heard the collarbone is like the most painful thing. My son got a broken collarbone playing football in high school, and it was just incredibly painful, from what I understand. And I understand that that's like the one of the most painful things to do is to break your collarbone. Danny Curlett, red eye, tall guy, bought head. I saw that he got one today. I didn't watch the video, but I saw a little thing pop up in my suggestions or whatever. $93,000 sticker, but they're North Carolina. They're like 72. California is too expensive. I could not live in California. There are gas prices and taxes and crazy laws, and you can't have. There's a lot of stuff that I own that I could not have there, and you can't modify your car that much. And there's a lot of crazy. I don't know why anybody would want to. I don't care how nice it is. I don't care how beautiful the ocean is or the beaches. There's other places that have oceans and beaches that don't have ridiculous, crazy politicians and laws. So I'll stop on that rant. But you couldn't. If someone offered me a job paying 500 grand a year to live in California, maybe then I'd think about it. But it'd have to be quite a bit of money. Yeah, and emissions and just everything. A lot of the guns and stuff that I buy, they come in a box that says not legal in California. So I see people get on videos getting pulled over there for their exhausts. So lightly modified exhaust get you $1,000 fine, and you can't have any window tint. And ugh. Speaking of windows, I have those little vinyl decals in my little tiny rear window thingies on the side with my YouTube name and a little tiny YouTube logo. I noticed today one of them is starting to peel just a little bit, so it's going to be soon. It will soon be time to replace that. If anybody has any suggestions on where I can get some made, I would love to get the actual YouTube symbol with my name. If anybody knows where to get that done, good suggestion. I would be happy if you could tell me that here or email it to me at my email if you can. So Demon on eBay used for $120,000. So they're still. I wonder what they'll be in 10 years. It just depends on what else happens, or 20 years or 30 years. I guess it depends on where cars go. If cars go back to slow and no power, then those demons are going to be worth a ton. If they keep going the way they're going, where they're doing more and more and more to these cars and getting crazier and crazier, then I don't think the demon will be worth a whole lot in 10 or 20 years. But we'll see. Depends on where the car industry goes. And even if everybody who has one saves it, and there's already been a few totaled, but I mean, if 90% of them get taken care of, and that's still not very many cars, so it should be pretty valuable. I'm not sure, Tail Happy. I think it was. I'd have to measure that, but I'll say they were 7 or 8 inches long by 1.5 inches tall or something. I can't remember now. Yeah, I'd like to get like the actual little YouTube logo or something close, and then like it has it on there now, but so I'd like to get that as well as my name. Kind of the way I have it now. Becky still has not seen. I still haven't seen a demon in real life, so I've seen a Hellcat Red Eye in real life, a Hellcat Wide Body in real life. I've seen just about everything, but I've not seen a demon in real life. Living in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, chances are I'm not going to run into one. So, 200,000 on eBay for that demon. Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot to. I guess I don't know who saw the video. I also put that active exhaust bypass delete kit, whatever you want to call it, on. I did that on Saturday after work, and so far so good. It's working, and no check engine light, so happy about that. Got my sound back without the check engine light. It was a pretty easy install too. It wasn't quite as easy as I thought it would be, but that was mostly because I didn't have any room to work and I couldn't see under there. I had no light, so I could see, but it was a little light would have helped a lot. So. You saw that video and you had your sound. It's not like dramatically louder. It just keeps them open all the time rather than having them closed. So I had it that way. By pulling the fuse, I can do it. I can make that happen as well. But when you pull the fuse, the check engine light comes on. So this gets around that. It stops the thing from opening and closing without triggering a check engine light. So it's kind of cool. A little expensive for what it is, but what are you going to do? There's like 3 different systems out there and they're all about the same price. So Well, I think we're making it longer than we did last Sunday. I got cut off, so my whole internet went out for like half an hour, 25 minutes or something. I don't know. It was quite a while. That really sucked. We had a really good crowd in here. There was some people in here that hadn't been in a while. Everybody was talking, and there was actual conversations going on that didn't even involve me. It was really cool. Everything was going great, and all of a sudden, everything just died, and my router wasn't even showing up as an option on my laptop to connect to. So I'm not sure what happened, but Danny says, "Have you heard of the guy named 86 Face with the boosted V6 Challenger?" No, I don't think I know who that is. You got a video guy? YouTube guy? I've subscribed to a whole bunch of new channels in the last couple of weeks. I keep coming across smaller channels that are pretty cool. I did watch a what's his name today? I watched one of his videos, Street Speed. I haven't watched him in a while, but I saw him driving a black ZR1. I guess he bought it. That was pretty cool. Good video, great car. Yeah, I saw that the previous video. They said lady scammed him on the. I didn't watch that one. I think I don't know when the one that I watched today came out. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but it showed him like going back to the dealership and actually getting the car and finalizing the deal or whatever, I guess. And it looked pretty cool. Great car. That boy is making some good money. Got to hand it to him. He's done a hell of a job with this channel. Boise City actually has a 2018 Dodge Demon. You think maybe he leases those cars he's had for him in the past year? I don't know. If he's buying them and selling them or trading them in or leasing them or whatever. But Taylor Hudak says, so you're saying black is the best color for a vet? Tail Happy? Probably, yeah, black is a good color for a lot of cars. So vets are another one of those cars. They look pretty good in every color, I think. Challengers, Corvettes, they have some pretty good colors, and they both look good pretty much any way you do them. So, especially that ZR1. Oh, Boise on your game. You have a demon on your game. Need for Speed, No Limits. It's like you're gonna have a demon and a Kia. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, I got to plug in my computer. I forgot. Hold on one, guys. I brought the cord in here and forgot to plug it in. There we go. That's better. We almost lost it again. This battery gives me no warning hardly. Once it goes to low and gives you any kind of warning, you got about 45 seconds to do something about it, where it cuts off. Danny Coe said, "You heard of Tunnel Chasers?" Yeah, he had the Demon. I wonder what made him trade for the GT350R. I wonder if he paid the GT350R off. I don't know. The GT350R is a very, very, very cool car. It's a very different car than the Demon. So maybe he wanted more of a, handling car. I mean, they're both completely different cars. Demon's a quarter mile maniac, crazy, insane car. And the GT350R is a more of a road course handling car that revs really high, and it's an awesome car. It sounds great. I would love to have one. Maybe one someday. We'll see. As soon as you guys make my channel huge, I can I'll get a red eye and a GT 350. And a McLaren. I don't know about the McLaren. It didn't do anything for me for some reason. I bet if I drove one, it would do something for me. But just the way it looks doesn't really. Well, that's right. The GT350R didn't. You can't get AC, right? Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard to drive during the sun. To actually use the car without AC would be tough. We're all spoiled nowadays. Whenever I get in the Challenger and turn the AC on, if Kim's been driving it, she likes she like closes the vents and stuff down. She doesn't like the air blowing on her. So I get in a couple times. I thought this AC sucks in this thing. It's not working right or something, and I realized the vents are like closed off. Damn, we've been on an hour already, guys. Did you see? I don't know if you made it. Did what's his name was doing a 24-hour live stream? Destroyer Grade Productions was doing a 24-hour live stream. I don't know if it's still going on or did it end. I'm not even sure when he started. They claim the GT 350R engine cost $40,000. Jesus, wow. Becky says it's been about 90 there, and she's still not using your air. Oh my gosh, we turned ours on finally, like I think last week or so. It was off till just, but we had like a really cold, cool summer so far, up until like the last few days. So then it hit all at once. It went from like 75 to 95, 100, all in one, just boom. I think we were about 95 to 96 today. We were like supposed to be 100. I think it was on Friday. I don't know if we made it or not, but oh, you meant in the car? Okay. Oh, you have no AC in the house? Oh my god. So I turn the AC on in the car when it gets like above 70. I like a cold car. In the winter, I drive around with very little heat, enough to keep the windows cleared off. But sometimes someone will be riding in a car with me, and I'll look over and I'll see them all. They're like dying over there, and I'm like, oh god, sorry, I'm not used to. I don't like the car to be warm, so I'll be like, I'm sorry, and I'll turn it on for them. But because I just don't even think about it. As I get older, I'm getting a little more into the heater thing. I think. Just came back from Arizona. It's hot there. Oh yeah, they get some crazy temperatures down there. I see that sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how they do it. How do you go outside? Skypack says there's too many close calls on the road on a bike. Yeah, it's true, man. It's crazy out there. Becky. Oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. I go in early on Tuesday because Tuesday I'm leaving at lunchtime and I'm driving to Omaha, which is about 3 hours, to pick my son up at the Omaha airport. He's coming in from New York, where he is in the Army, and he will be here for 10 days or so. So pretty excited about that. As a matter of fact, he called me earlier and I missed his call, so I need to get in contact with him and get everything set on the exact time. And I need to let him know that I'm probably going to be a few minutes late because I'm not getting out of here till noon, and I think he lands at 3:05. It's like a 3-hour drive under normal conditions. So if I run into any kind of trouble, it's going to be more than 3 hours to get to the airport. So he may have to sit down and grab a coffee or something or a beer or whatever. And he's not old enough for a beer yet, I don't think. But yeah, he may have to hang around the airport and wait for me for a few. Shouldn't be more than a half hour at the most. So hopefully I get there in time to not make him wait too long. But I got to work till noon at least. So yeah, even though it's dry in there, it's still hot. When it gets that hot, it's just hot. So yeah, I like my air conditioned seats. Does the John Lyden? Hello, John. Does the AC shut off on full throttle pulls on the Challenger? I don't think so. Maybe if it does, I don't notice. I don't think it does. I shut it off usually if I'm going to do anything like that. But I want every ounce of power you can get out of that car. Reach over, turn the AC off. I don't do a whole lot of full throttle pulls, but once in a while. It just turns down you answer a call. Does it really? John Lydon, isn't that wasn't that Johnny Rotten's name in real life from the Sex Pistols? Got 10 people now. Woo! We broke 20 a few times in the past. We're usually around 17, 18. But this is great. Thanks everybody for coming, man. I appreciate this. I like doing those midweek ones. I haven't been able to do a lot, but I did one last week or this week, whatever, this past week. So that was great. And I would like to do that more often. I just got to get it. I usually don't think of it until it's like pretty late, and then it's like, oh, it's already like 9 o'clock. I don't know if anybody's gonna want to come in that late. I should try it though. Danny, what's the difference with the 1320 Challenger? It's just all set up for drag racing, basically, isn't that right, guys? I mean, I think it's a little bit lighter, and you can get it like without the back seat and all that stuff, kind of like the Demon. It's like the poor man's Demon. Actually, your cousin, he's crazy. He's changed a lot over the years. I believe the 1320 only comes in automatic. What else? What are the other differences? Yeah, Red Eye's the same way. No, man. I want the Red Eye's my dream car, except that I can't get the manual with it, which I would prefer a manual transmission. But I could probably get around that. I could probably get over that. I would miss shifting though. It's so much more fun, and you feel so much more connected to the car and hitting them downshifts and listening to all the popping of the exhaust and all that stuff. I know you can do that still, but yeah, they got line lock, all that stuff. It's set up basically for drag racing the same way the Demon is. It's the poor man's demon, basically. Not that a poor man can buy a 1320 because they're not cheap either. Yeah, the plain Hellcat, you can still get a stick, I believe. So if I were to, I don't know, a 700, what is there, 717 horsepower now too. So I might, if I had the money, I might just get a regular Hellcat wide body with a stick. I think you can do that. I don't know. I love shifting. It's so much fun. And nobody ever asks to drive your car. And it's a theft deterrent. Tell Happy is out of here. Yes, yes, yes. Good luck on the Hellcat thing. Hopefully that all works out. Let us know what's going on with that. Keep us updated, dude. Come on back in or whatever. Shoot me an email. Good luck with that. Hope it all works out. If it's meant to be, that will be the car, you know. So whatever's meant to be is what's going to happen. So that's good. Yeah, I know. I keep yawning. I do this pretty much every stream. When we start getting towards the last third of it, I start to yawn. Yeah, the 2019 Scat Pack has line lock. Of course, I have a 2018. I know I can get line lock if I want to. I can do stuff, whatever, but yeah, I could get some caffeine, but then I'll be up all night. So I know, although I drink so much, I take in so much caffeine, I don't. It doesn't have that much of an effect on me anymore. I think my body is adjusted to the massive amounts of coffee and Pepsi and crap that I drink all day. So it doesn't keep me up the way it does some people. I drink a lot of coffee. And these stupid deadly things right here. I gotta quit. I gotta stop. I keep saying that. And on that note, I have some pre-workouts I could take. That will wake me up. Yeah, John, the with the wider wheels, especially on the back, they don't quite cover. So, but they seem to cover. It does a pretty good job still of stopping stuff from getting splattered on there because I think the part of the tire that sticks out farther, if I can explain this right, than the mud flap, the stuff that flies off that little part there misses the car. So I'm not getting a lot of crap up on the side of the car. I was really worried that I would, but I think the mud flaps are stopping a bunch of it still. And like I said, the part that sticks out past that, it's just missing the car. So the front ones seem to be fine. It's the back that are not that's sticking out a little bit. When I got them, I loved them, and but one of my thoughts was, oh boy, it's gonna be a real mess on the side of the car, but it hasn't been bad at all. So thank you, John. I like the way it looks. They're a little hard to clean, but that's not that bad. But they do look good. It makes the car look a lot different. When I first got it, it almost felt like I had a new car because it just looked so. At least to me, it looked just really different. So I was pretty happy. Sometimes when you do something like that, it makes it feel all new and fresh again. So I was wanting to do that from day one. That's like one of the first things I wanted to do, and it took me a year and a half or whatever to do it. But those things take a while. So I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I did the thing I did yesterday with the exhaust bypass thing, or whatever you want to call it. I'd like to do strut braces, strut bars, whatever you call them. Thinking about that. I'd like to tint the windows. I've been thinking about that forever. But Kim's not big on tinted windows. I'm not sure. She's not 100% against it, but yeah, the brakes are they kick off a lot of dust. So no, there's nothing annoying about the exhaust mod. It sounds good. You can hear it in the car and everything, but it's not annoying at all. It's not that drone weird vibration, whatever you want to call that. That certain frequency there that drive you crazy. It just sounds good. I still have the resonators on there, so I got rid of the mufflers and put on the aftermarket mufflers, and then I did that thing to hold the valve things, whatever you want to call them, open. But it still has the resonators in it, so it's not super loud or anything. I wouldn't want it to be too much louder. I don't want to drive the entire world crazy with it. Got was it 18,700 miles on the Challenger. We got it in September of 2017. It's a 2018 model. So we've had it it'll be 2 years in September. So not too bad. Hey, Motley 392, what's up? Just got back from softball. Happy to report. I did not pull any muscles. Cool. That's good. It's always good. Cyrus, next mod, you say tint. I think it would look so much better. It looks good now, but with the tinted windows, and I don't want to go crazy dark. I just want to do the legal tint. I don't want to get in any trouble or draw any more attention than I need to. So, but even with just the legal Nebraska state legal limit of tint, would be awesome. I think it would look really good with the black wheels and then the little darker windows. It would look really, really good. So we'll see. Ooh, 42,000 miles on yours, 1 year old. Wow, you drive a lot. Do you have a long commute or something, or you just love driving it that much? That's a lot of miles. Damn, in 1 year. I mean, I hope it's not a lease. That would suck. I can't. I got to put my old man glasses back on. Oh, 160. Yeah, that'll add up quick, won't it? When you're doing 160 a day, it adds right up on you. Yeah, leases are nice to get you in a nicer car for less money, but you got to be really careful. So yeah, you can't put a bunch of miles on them. Thank you, JW496. What's up? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Just popping in. Your channel is growing. I hope so, man. It's got to be. I want it to grow. If it keeps growing, I can make more videos, better videos, more interesting stuff. That would be great. So I'm hoping. Always thinking positive. That's the goal, is to make this thing a little bit bigger and do some more interesting mods and things like that, or maybe even different cars. So that would be awesome. Hopefully that happens. But if it doesn't, I still love it exactly like it is, because you guys are awesome. I love making videos, and having 3,000 or 3,100 or whatever it is now subscribers is pretty damn amazing, actually. So very happy about that. We got about 10 minutes to go, guys. We're going to wrap her up in about 10 minutes. Still got to shave my head. I let it grow all weekend. Look like a hippie. And a couple other things I got to do before I wrap things up for the night. So We'll go about another 10 minutes or so. Gas prices are pretty good everywhere except for the few couple states around the country where it's pretty rough. But for the most part, gas prices are pretty good right now. Yeah, look at that. It was out there in the wind today getting all messed up. Hey, Alan Osborne, what's up, man? Sean's here. What's up, dude? Better late than never. That's right. Good to see you, dude. What's up, Alan? Haven't seen you all. What's going on, Alan? Sean's in the house. A little bit of a slow night in here, but that's okay. We still had some really good conversation going on, so that's always good, man. Everybody kept it going. You guys make this so easy. You guys are doing all the work. I ain't complaining. I really like doing these. It's kind of become my thing on Sunday night. So Sean took. Hey, everybody, says Sean. So he took the 300C Hemi out today. Cool. I go yawning again. Yeah, those are cool cars. You took it up to 140. You did a side by side performance comparison with a guy. You took it to 140. Should not have done it. Woo! Danny says he wonders why there's not a 300 Hellcat. Yeah, they probably should have done something like that, huh? They're putting the Hellcat motor in so many other things. Yeah, we won't tell anybody, Sean. And if you got it on video, make sure you cover up stuff like signs and landmarks. Sean says, "Tell me a little bit about your new exhaust." And a little late. How does it sound overall? Start. It sounds good. I just put that thing on there to open up the active exhaust all the time. Leave it open all the time rather than having open and close. So I did that before by pulling the fuse, but that causes a check engine light. So this just basically does the same thing except no check engine light. So you don't gotta look at that stupid light all the time. A little bit pricey for what it does, but there's like 3 different ones out there, and they are all about the same price. So this one, I watched the installation videos, and all of them, I just like the way this one worked and the way it installed and everything. So, and the way it looked when it was done. Not that anybody's ever going to look under there, but super easy installation. It took me a little longer. On the video I watched, the guy did it real quick. It took me longer than it did him, but I was a little pressed for space under there. I was just up on ramps, and then so it wasn't up real high. I didn't have a lot of room. I couldn't see very well, so because I didn't really have a light under there, I was just using the ambient light from the outside. So, and I went slow on the first one, especially because I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. I think it probably does void the warranty. I already did the muffler changed out, so that probably already voided the exhaust warranty. So this really wouldn't change anything from what I already done. I already did. Last night I got a complaint from one of the neighbors. It's not any louder though than it was. So, I mean, I had it set up this way before. I just now put the fuse back in a couple weeks ago. So I only really went a couple weeks ago with the fuse back in. So, but last night I went out to move the car in, and I started it up, and I have to admit I was in kind of a very bad mood. So after I started it, I gave it a little bit too much gas, and I was pulling it up into the garage, and I very aggressively pulled it into the garage. And by the time I got out and turned off the garage light and was shutting the garage door, one of the neighbors, came running across their yard yelling at me. and I said some things back that like I said, I was in a real bad mood. I don't usually explode on people like that, but I yelled right back some things that were not very nice, and yeah, shit happens. But so that's all brewed up again, I guess. So that had kind of calmed down for a few months, but I guess I would say it's on again. So we'll see. Maybe I can get some video for you guys. I usually try to just ignore them. They're like just they're just those kind of people. They're always out yelling in the yard. They think that they are the neighborhood enforcers of whatever. I don't know, but they yell at cars driving by. They yell at each other. They get in fights. The police are there all the time. They're just those kind of weird people like that. And I think they might have been a little surprised that because I usually just kind of ignore it or whatever. Or, you know, I'm not too confrontational. I don't run away from it, but I just like whatever. It's not worth it. They're not worth my trouble. But last night I was in a bad mood, like I said, and I exploded on her. So on them or whoever, I don't even know. There's so much going on. It all happened so quick, but I said some bad stuff. I told her to eat feces, and I also the thing I shouldn't have said was I told her she needed to go on a diet, which wasn't a very nice thing to say, but and I mean I was yelling at the top of my lungs. I'm sure I could have probably been heard like 4 blocks away. That's as loud as I've yelled at anybody in years, probably. So I have them on video a little bit, some of the crap they've done. So just to kind of get it right, just to kind of have a record of it. So cars drive by here kind of fast sometimes, or loud or fast or whatever. I don't feel the need to run out and scream at people. I don't understand what good they think that's going to do. But and they're the loudest people in the neighborhood. So, but I don't want to talk about them anymore. So. They just caught me at a bad moment. Not a good time to confront me. Anybody, it was one of those moments where if someone gets in my way, they're going to get, it's going to go bad. And I was in that moment right there. So I snapped, completely lost control of myself. So the old Joey came out. Yeah, I mean, and it's 4th of July. We have legal fireworks here, so the entire street, the whole city right now is like a war zone. Everybody's blowing stuff up, which is fine with me. I love 4th of July. I love fireworks. So there's firecrackers and bottle rockets and every explosion and what do you call it? The cannons that shoot the thing way up in the air and everything. That's all going on all night. So why me starting my car aggressively and pulling into my driveway aggressively caused this big explosion last night? I don't know, because in the middle of it, there's all these explosions going off all around the neighborhood. So I'm not really understanding what their problem was, but whatever. Not to you guys. Yes, I need an emotional support Hellcat. I do. I think I do. With long tube headers and your neighbor yelled at your son for playing outside. Where's he supposed to play? I can get mean. I really can. I used to be um, not nearly. I was never like a total jerk all the time, but I was much more short fused back in the day, and I've been in many confrontations and many street fights and bar fights, and not proud of any of that. And I didn't win them all, about 50-50. But yeah, I mean, I haven't done that kind of crap in a long time. It felt weird when it came out. It was like, oh, it's still in there somewhere. They have people come to their house all the time that have louder way louder vehicles than mine. Somebody in particular they have a big Ford with the diesel, and they leave it running out there. It's louder than shit. So I don't complain about it. It doesn't bother me. It sounds okay to me, but it's decibels. It's louder than my car. So it's just weird. I think there's a jealousy thing going on or something. I'm not sure, but Sean's going to test drive a 6-speed Hellcat on Monday. Oh man, kind of interested. Nice, nice, nice. That would be cool. Yeah, I would love to drive a 6-speed Hellcat. That would be fun. Got to do that one of these days. If I could get someone to let me drive one, a test drive one, or the dealer used one or something. It's hard to find them though too. So I'm always hoping, like, since I have a pretty nice car, if I pull up and it's a used car, and they might let me take it out, but I don't. They never really seem to offer, and it's like, well, I don't. Deals now on the 18 Hellcats. Yeah, now's the time to get an 18 or a 19 even. So, because as of, well, you should be able to order 2020s in about another week and a half, because we ordered our 2018 Scat Pack on July 10th of 2017 for the 2018 model. So sometime at the beginning of July, you can start ordering the 2020s, and they'll get here in late summer, early fall. Sean says 2015 one owner Hellcat, 6,000 miles for 49.8. That's a really good deal. Marshall Motors has deal. That's where I bought my car, down in Salina, Kansas at Marshall. Has deals here on all 18 models. Pretty good dealership. Pretty good experience there. So I think the plum crazy color is great. It's a great color. I guess it's going away though. They're coming out that other purple now, so I can't remember what it's called. I'm drawing a blank on the new purple color. Anybody remember that? Firebird Nation Car Club. What's up? What's going on? Well, we're going over a little bit, but that's okay. We're getting a pretty decent little crowd now, so we'll go a little longer. Yeah, I like all the color. I like the plum crazy. I like the greens. All those colors are great. Sean says plum crazy is nice. You don't one, but the Hellcat, you do look at the red line red is the color you're looking at. Cool. Yeah, I like all the colors. I'm not crazy about any of the yellows that they've had, but other than that, and they're not bad either. I'm just not a yellow car kind of person. But yeah, there's a new purple coming out for 2020. It's a little more of a dull purple color. I can't think of what it's called. It looks really good though. I'm drawing a blank on the names. There's 3 new colors coming out, and they're getting rid of. They're getting B5 Blue will be gone, and Plum Crazy will be gone. I think there's another one going to be gone. I can't remember what it is now, but they're coming out 3 new ones. The new blue looks really cool. And the purple, there's like a cinnamon color too, which doesn't look that good to me. And I've only seen one photo though, so it might be one of those colors you got to see in real life. The Octane Red didn't look good to me either. Back in the day when I first saw it, I didn't like it, and then until I saw some in real life, and I loved it. But that's what we have. So. They got rid of Plum Crazy and B5 Blue a couple times in the last, at least once in the last couple of years, and then brought it back for a couple of years. Then it goes away and it comes back. And yeah, the Octane Red is cool because it looks a lot different. In different lights, it can look like almost like a normal red, all the way to a super dark cherry, almost black color sometimes. Not really black, but really, really dark red. It just depends on the lighting and the time of day and which side of the car you're standing on. You can walk around it, and it's pretty cool. Steve's got to go get his son. Oh, you got to go with your son. Okay. Well, yeah, I like all the color. I like even the whites. I'm not a big white car guy either, but the white cars look good. I saw that. I've told the story before. There was a dealer here had a white up in Grand Island, Nebraska, had a white Hellcat with a black or whatever color that is. The graphite stripes or black, whatever the hell that color is. It looked great with those stripes. Really nice. Yeah, a lot of the colors don't come across in pictures and video like they do in real life either. So, and on the little builder where you build your own on the internet, those colors really don't. Some of them don't represent the real color that closely. So, good night, Steve. Good night, Steve's son. Sleep well. Well, I think I will start to wrap this up, guys. Been an hour and 36 minutes. Great conversation. I really appreciate all you guys for coming in. Can't tell you how that makes me happy to see you guys all come in. It's such a cool Sunday night thing to do. I really like hanging out with you guys here, talking. You guys keep the conversation going so well, and like I said earlier, you guys make this super easy on me because you guys are always talking, keeping the subjects and keeping the questions coming and talking about each other's cars and all that stuff. So that's awesome. Everybody support each other's channels. If everybody has a channel, always, of course, feel free to promote it here and anywhere else that has anything to do with me. You're welcome to promote your channel there. So I will see you guys all really soon. I shouldn't say it because half the time I don't, but I will try to do a midweek stream as well. So good night, guys. Take care. Have a good week, and everybody be careful. Drive safely. Fun but safe. Thanks, guys.